Khandaq, the battle of the trench. If there is any moment that resembles what is taking place with our brothers and sisters right now in Gaza, it is Khandaq. It actually is Khandaq. Because it is a time where a tactic was used to specifically starve off Medina, cut all supplies to them, to where even the Prophet ﷺ, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him himself, walks around malnourished. Imagine, Jabir ibn Abdullah radiallahu anhu said, I saw the Prophet ﷺ walking around, he had stones tied to his stomach and he was bloated. Not the bloating after eating, the bloating of starvation. And it was 10,000 on the other side, 10,000 people that surrounded Medina from every direction, and they built this thin trench, only about 3 miles long. And between them and a massacre is this trench. And they are guarding every single point of that trench. They have to utilize every resource. You can't blink an eye. They were under siege for an entire month. Khandaq was a month. And the Meccans cut every single element of food and drink from reaching them in Medina. And so their food was running out, their water was running out, and they couldn't take breaks. The sleep, the lack of sleep was getting to them. And as they are guarding every single form of that trench, they also come to know that there are enemies from within, that there are those that are plotting to attack them from behind. Imagine the ru'b, imagine the fear that could penetrate you in those moments. I want you to picture yourself at that trench, and every few minutes there is an attempt on that trench. And you're guarding, you're guarding, you're guarding. Don't blink an eye. Don't go use the bathroom. You might mess up. Make sure that you don't miss. Make sure that you don't flinch. And at that point, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna nasa, that verily the people, alladhina qala lahumun nas, the people, the naysayers, the hypocrites said to them, Inna nasa qad jama'u lakum. Man, you guys are done. Look at you. Few desperate people at a trench. Your leader, the Prophet ﷺ, his stomach is poking out and bloated. Look at you. Inna nasa qad jama'u lakum. Look at all those people. You think you're going to survive this? Fakhshawhum. Be afraid. You have no chance. All of the Arabs are gathering against you, and you're alone. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says what? Allah did not send them angels that time that they could look at visibly and see divine aid in front of them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that increased them in faith. فَزَادَهُمْ إِيمَانًا. That actually increased their faith. They were at a point in their spiritual maturity where when people said, look at all the people against you, it increased their faith. وَقَالُوا حَسْبُنَ اللَّهُ وَنِعْمَ الْوَكِيلُ. Said, you know what? Allah is enough for us, and He is the best of protectors. We've been with Allah long enough to know that Allah has not forsaken us. We are not afraid of the number on the other side. We are not afraid of the artillery. We're not afraid of the odds. There is nothing that you can say to shake us because we're a people of faith. We believe. We're not alone. We don't need to see 10,000 angels come down this time. We know, وَمَا النَّصْرُ إِلَّا مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ, that victory and help comes from Allah, that divine aid is on its way.